Remember casual corners? I definitely do. In fact, I grew up in Austin, Texas. Casual Corners was located in Highland Mall, next to or very close to where I lived, which is in a community called St. John's. So, Casual Corner was founded in the 1950s in Burlington, Connecticut. And it was one of the earliest specialty retailers focused specifically on women's clothing. So this was the post-World War II era where there was tremendous growth in suburban development and consumer spending. So it created the perfect environment for a specialty retail chain like Casual Corners to flourish. Please stay to the end of this video. I want to share some more details and also have you comment and wait for the questions and the cues on what I'd like to have comments about. The original concept behind Casual Corners was to provide fashionable, casual clothing for women at accessible price points. This was a time when most women's fashion was either purchased from department stores or made at home. So, a dedicated specialty chain offering contemporary styles filled an important gap in the market. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, Casual Corner expanded steadily, opening stores in shopping centers and malls as they continued to expand across suburban America. The chain's growth paralleled the rise of mall culture that would define American retail for the next several decades. If you remember shopping at a suburban mall, please give this video a thumbs up, and once again, stay to the end. The golden years for Casual Corners was the 1970s through the 1990s. That was their peak period where the stores became fixtures in virtually every shopping mall in the United States. And it became instantly recognized by their signature storefront front window and design displays. Casual Corner specialized in career wear, casual separates, and coordinates that could be mixed and matched. Also, you could probably put together what we call the capsule clothing wardrobe. And I have a separate video about casual or this type of capsule clothing and what it means. Anyway, the typical customer was a working woman in her 20s through 50s who needed professional clothing for the office, along with stylish options for weekend wear. The merchandise included blouses, skirts, pants, dresses, blazers, sweaters, and accessories. Quality was good for the price point, and this positioned Casual Corner in the mid-tier market above discount retailers, but more affordable than department store prices. One of their strengths was their ability to quickly interpret runway trends and translate them into wearable, affordable pieces for everyday women. If shoulder pads were trending, Casual Corners had blazers with them. Thumbs up if you remember buying clothes that had the shoulder pads built in. A thumbs up if you remember when shoulder pads went out of vogue and was no longer fashionable. When longer hemlines came into fashion, the stores adjusted their skirt lengths accordingly. Give this video a thumbs up if you already haven't. If you remember adjusting hemlines or the length of skirts that you would purchase according to what was trending in style, in vogue. And so the layout was also designed for easy browsing with coordinated outfits displayed together to help customers envision complete looks. Sales associates were typically very knowledgeable and could help put together professional wardrobes. As they grew more successful, their parent company expanded and opened Casual Corner Annex. I have a separate video about them, and Petite Sophisticate. Anyway, the multi-brand strategy was successful throughout the 1980s and 90s, with a combined portfolio of stores establishing a strong presence in malls nationwide. Shopping at Casual Corner was a quincentennial mall experience. The stores had a polished professional atmosphere that reflected the customer's lifestyle. Merchandise was organized by category and color, making it easy to find specific items or coordinate outfits. And how about those fitting rooms? Thumbs up if you remember the fitting rooms. And that's, of course, if you haven't already given this video a thumbs up. So they were typically well maintained with good lighting, and that was an important consideration for shoppers evaluating professional attire. Sales associates were encouraged to help customers put together complete outfits, often bringing additional pieces to the fitting room for consideration. Casual Corner was known for its frequent sales and promotions, and many customers learned to time their purchases around these events, maximizing the value. They also had a credit card program that provided additional discounts and special offers to frequent shoppers. I was definitely a frequent shopper. I have the opportunity to reminisce over those days. Thank you for staying this long in the video, and I would love for you to comment your experiences with shopping at either Casual Corners, Petite Sophisticate, or Casual Corner Annex, or at malls in suburban America. Give some details. And also look in the description box for a link to a book I wrote about a Christian fashion designer. It's titled Come Through Benita, Seamstress on Fire.